first, yeah, let me just speak to closing the whole session. So thanks everybody for sticking around for this marathon. I think that you all sort of went from beginning to end, A to Z, on the whole pipeline here, and certainly after having done it, after sticking around for the first 2 days also. It's like it's a lot of time in here, but hopefully this was all a useful session for you all. So thank you for your time and your involvement. From our side, it's been great to see the experience that people have had using these workspaces. Feels like relatively kind of going off without a hitch. So that's also kind of reassuring and helpful. So an announcement on that point, we keep these workspaces up on the cloud kind of as little as possible because there is a small cost associated with it. But for folks who are here in this workshop, we're happy to offer kind of a free trial of continuing to use this if you'd like for the next week and a half. I'm gonna put a message here in the chat for some info for it. If you are interested in this, and you just go click on our website, and I'll just sort of show you here. If you click on the find out more at any point in this website, it'll take you to this snazzy little Google form. And then down here, just check that you're interested in free trial so we know who you are. And Zoran will make sure to leave your workspace running for the next week and a half. This is also, especially if you're doing your own data analysis now and you want to be able to use exactly the same notebook that we've been working with here in the exact same environment with your data on it. This might be convenient for you. So just go ahead and sign up that way, and we will get you in there. If you don't sign up, we'll be deactivating your workspace in a few hours, sort of end of the day here, beginning of the day in Europe. So definitely sign up if that's been useful to you. And the other link that's in there is the link to data analysis Slack workspace. I mentioned it the other day as well, but this is also a good place for getting additional asynchronous help, either a little later today after we drop off, but also in the coming weeks. It's not formally moderated, but it is a place where folks can give each other help and the community can help each other. You're all now kind of, you've had the knowledge transfer from Phil, so you are now also all Minion experts in so much as that's possible to be. So I'm sure your other community members would also appreciate you joining to share your expertise or thoughts as we go forward. And it's also probably a good place to, have some freer discussions about things that you might like to see, or maybe clever solutions that you came up with, like, this conversation about paper mill, for example. I think it'd be great to, be able to have a space where folks can talk about that. As was mentioned earlier, my company MetaCell has helped out the Cai lab and the Shuman lab with some of the refinements of the open source library to make it available, more easily available to folks, setting up testing and all that kind of stuff. So we're in there too, because we're curious about what's helpful, what could be improved going in the future, and also seeing if there's a way down the road that we can take some of the burden off of Phil having to answer every single question that anybody ever has, because I know that Phil also has, like science to do. So anyway, so that would be, so just those two things. If you want to hang on to your workspace after this, to sign up for the free trial, sign up for the Slack workspace either way, if you can, just to share knowledge. And yeah, thank you so much to everybody who's participated. So if you aren't going to do the hands-on part with your own data, I suppose at this point you'd be free to take off. And if you are going to do that, then yeah, I think we'll start with that. And again, as Phil was saying, we'll start running through it. And if you have questions, we'll start to see how many of those we can address, that Phil can address. And if they start to become more involved, TAs will take you off into a breakout room probably and start answering a question that way. So, all right. So this will close the part before the work with your own data piece. So thank you very much.